Okay, welcome. This is M-Dog, and we're taking a look at Call of Duty Ghosts. This is, I've been working with XSplit trying to figure out how to actually do local recordings. For some reason, the screen capturing software I was using is not working with Call of Duty Ghosts. I don't know what it is about this program in particular, but D3D is what I've been using with all of my Hearthstone and really most of the video content I've had on the channel so far. So anyway, I have gotten XSplit, which I've used to do a minimal amount of streaming thus far. I've gotten that to do local recordings. I'd made a couple of videos here, but you have to adjust the settings in XSplit to record to the right, make the right type of file, so that you can then edit it or manipulate it in any movie making program. Like I use the movie maker that comes with Windows. But anyway. So this is Ghost, Call of Duty Ghost, and today I'm going to be looking at two things. First, we're going to look at how the system works in terms of equipping a weapon for your soldier, and then we'll also look at a little bit of squad mode, which is one of the modes found in Call of Duty Ghosts. So let's look at my current player. His name is M-Dog, and we're going to check out his loadouts here. First of all, I've been using the LSAT. That was the first and only gun I've unlocked using squad points. You see we have 15 squad points showing up here in the top right hand side. So I've just started playing. I'm only rank 7, and but what we're going to do is we're going to look at not a combat knife, an assault rifle. And I think we're going to try the MSBS. It is a 3-round burst, fast rate of fire in full auto. So this is what you do. You get squad points as you play the game. You use those to unlock new weapons. So by purchasing the MSBS, we're spending 8 of our 15 squad points. And now we have this gun. Now you notice we have no attachments for the gun. I just threw one gun away and got a new one. There you go. Now what we're going to do is we're also going to unlock a sight, a red dot sight. So now we've got spending 3 more squad points. We're down to 4, but we now have a sight on here. And there are all kinds of things you can do. Obviously you can spend your points on secondary weapons, on attachments for primary or secondary weapon. You can get lethal, tactical, change your perks, get different strike passes, packages. All these are things that you can change that holds over whether you're playing, well, any of the game modes. Like we're going to be playing squad mode, but even if you went into regular multiplayer, all of these unlocks and things that you do to configure your soldier will basically be relevant no matter what game mode you're playing. Now, I haven't played any campaign yet, oddly enough, but so I don't know what, in terms of experience you get or squad points or guns or whatever. I'm not sure how that actually goes over into campaign mode. So for loadout 2, let's switch back. Let's switch to the light machine gun we've opened. So we're just kind of setting it up so we've got different options here. Once we start playing, we'll have the different loadouts to choose from, and we'll go back to the marksman rifle. This gun was open from the start with some attachments already available. So we'll go ahead and reassign those, and now we're set up. So now let's talk about squad mode, and we're going to do squad assault. So I wanted to start this first video and show a little bit of squad mode, and we'll probably do some more in a future video because there's a lot to squad mode. There's squad assault, squad versus squad, where you actually play against another person and their squad. Safe mode, which is kind of like horde mode. You're fighting against a countless number of, well, it's not countless because it's about 20 in regular safeguard, 20 waves of enemies that get more and more difficult. Or you can play against 40 waves, or you can play against infinite waves and just see how far you can get. Or you can go to war game where looks like, I haven't done this yet, but I think you kind of set up your own parameters there in war game. Anyway, we're going to do squad assault, and the reason why I wanted to start here is because if you're new to Call of Duty Ghosts, certainly if you're new to first-person shooters, this is not a bad place to start. We're going to go ahead and find a game here, because what this does is it's going to put me, and it's going to match me up with 5 AI-controlled bots. And so you're going to play in regular multiplayer matches, just like you would do it in multiplayer, and we're going to be facing AI controlled bots. So this is a great way to get a handle on how the game plays, how the equipment works, what some of the maps are like. And if you're new to the game, I would really recommend that you sort of combine, if you're really wanting to get into the multiplayer. Obviously, if you're playing it for the campaign, or there's lots of different game modes. There's Extinction, which is something completely different, so we won't even talk about that today. But I think that playing a combination of real, actual multiplayer matches along with some squad mode matches, combining those two together is a good way to get into the game. Squad mode takes all the pressure off, and you're literally just, and we're checking out our new gun here. Let's see how this works. And one thing I don't know, and we'll check out here in a minute possibly, is how to change the rate of fire. I'm not sure. Let's see, the rate of fire looks like it's on 3 shots right now, and that's fine. Of course, R reloads. We are using mouse and keyboard. I've played a lot of shooters on console, so I'm a little more comfortable with them on console. So the temptation is to play with controller here, but I'm really trying to get more accustomed to mouse and keyboard control. So we saw an enemy over there, just missed him. So squad mode is literally, you're just facing AI, and so, but you're on the same maps, and that's the great part about it. Is the AI difficult? Well, it's kind of a mixed bag. The AI, and there somebody came up behind me, the AI does not have the fastest reflexes. In other words, if you get a beat on them, you're going to be able to draw and shoot most likely quicker than they will. What they do have, though, is good aiming. Oh, there you go. See? We missed 2 shots, and though we got shots off first, the AI did not miss. And that's usually what you see happen, is that as long as you get a beat on them, they're not very good. Uh-oh. But see? There you go. But if they see you, if they are shooting at you, they don't really miss. So that's kind of the trade-off with AI. Normally, I mean, I've played this 3 or 4 times now in squad mode, and normally I'll end up with, a lot more kills than I do deaths. Of course, this is recording a video here, so I'm sure I won't do as well. But also adjusting to a new gun, there's something to be said for adjusting to a new gun. What I'm not used to with this is this 3-shot mode. I'm used to having it using guns that are fully automatic, and I think there's probably a way to change this gun to be fully automatic, but I want to test it out some with a 3-shot mode. So using the map, kind of seeing where your enemy dots are coming up, and we'll get somebody. So first place kill, I believe what that means is that we just got a kill on the person who was in first place on their team. You bring up the score, see we're 2 and 4 right now. And now we'll respawn. And I don't know that I've ever played on this map before, maybe one other time. So part of it is also just not knowing where the different spots are in this map. And so that was interesting. We got a kill there shooting from the hip, and that's something I've noticed with the LSAT, that other gun I was using, at least without any perks. It's very difficult to do that. And that was the secondary weapon. Yeah, you can shoot from the hip pretty good with this gun. And that's a benefit, because you don't have to take the time to aim every time if you're coming up on somebody. And there's we got knifed there that time. But if you're coming up on somebody, you can just shoot away. And that's the only thing about this some of these smaller maps, is you can get spawned right on somebody. So just in the time that you're trying to get acclimated to where you are, maybe you're glancing at the map, there's already somebody on you. But it is fun because you're right back in the action. And there you go. And here's a replay of him getting me. And it's just and that's what's interesting about playing AI here, is they just don't miss. But you have time if you can hit them. They don't have the best reaction time, so you should be able to get some kills for sure, as you see AI making mistakes or just being slow. But then again, sometimes you'll walk into a room and they'll be hidden in the corner, you won't see them, and they don't miss, and they'll just hit you right away, headshot. So that's why I think it's a good idea to play a combination of both squad mode and actual multiplayer, because it is so different the way that AI responds to the way that a real opponent's going to play. And so if you do a combination, that will give you sort of getting a little bit of learning happening on both sides. You're getting an idea of just the basics on how to play the game. See, we respond and boom, AI just shoots us. Sometimes that happens. And we are 7-10. Wow. Not used to going 7-10 on these squad matches. But that's okay. It happens sometimes. And honestly, the other thing is, I'm still just so much more comfortable with a controller. Especially against the AI, it would be pretty easy for me if I was using the controller. But I think on the PC, if you're going to really try to play multiplayer and play well, you pretty much have to get used to keyboard and mouse, which I'm just not used to. It is just not what I'm comfortable with. Alright, so our team is down by 2 kills. We need to grab another kill here. And now we're in the lead. Alright, so there's a field order, earn 2 kills while crouched, but we're not going to have time. So we did win there. We got 390 match points. And this will show the little replay here of the last kill. And if our recruit had not gotten the kill there, we would have ended up being tied, I believe. So there's an example of a squad assault. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you have enjoyed. And again, squad mode, great way to just jump in and get some practice playing the game.